practice the next couple of weeks?
I don't really know, to be honest with you. Just a little bit of everything. I think more than anything gives us a chance to put one team on the field. Sends a message to some guys, hey, I got to work a little harder if I want to get in the lineup. You know, obviously every day this time of year is what do we need to work on. Just to play somebody else, different feel. You guys are motivated. You know, it's our almost the fourth week of fall ball. It's been extremely hot this fall. We really haven't had a break on that. We're lifting a lot of weights, been asking a lot out of them, and they're a little tired, and they need to play somebody else. It kind of, you know, gets them going a little bit. So I just want to see us play hard, kind of get an idea of where we're at. Obviously, it'll be different come springtime, and you know, we got a couple guys that aren't playing. Example like Trevor Ezel, who's a grad transfer, that's got a chance to be in that lineup, and when he gets healthy, you know, I feel like he will be. And you know, towards the end of the game, you'll see some of our younger pitchers, so we'll get a chance to see how they handle, you know, competition that's not wearing our school colors.
Is Isaiah going to start?
Who's that?
Isaiah Campbell.
Oh yeah, Isaiah will go. He'll go the first few innings, whether it's 3 or 4. I don't think he would go more than that. It's really going to be about pitch count, but he'll go the, you know, the first few, and then we'll play it live. You know, if he finishes an inning and that's great, and that's the end of it, we'll pull him, send somebody else out. If somebody gets in a jam, we'll match up and play it like a real game, and you know, try to put the best guy out there to get him out, at least for the first 8-9 innings of the game. Then after that, it might be more scripted.
You basically like scrapping some of the rules, like what guy maybe come out of the game and come back in.
Yeah, the only one that Coach Butler and I have really talked about is that you know, if you have a designated hitter, say I have a designated hitter that starts, but I want to put him in the game in the 7th inning, I can put him in the game and give me another, and just put another guy in there, another hitter in there to DH. And you know, I've seen where some teams have had 10 hitters in their lineup. We're not going to do that. We're just going to hit 9, but give them a chance to, you know, put a DH in and go from there.
Can you tell us what your lineup's going to be at, like position-wise?
Yeah, let me see here. No, it's yeah, I would say we'll start Opitz behind the plate. Zach Plunkett's had a tremendous fall. They'll probably split up most of the games or the innings tomorrow. I'll start Kinley at third base. I'll put Martin at short. Probably will play Kinley some at short throughout the day. I'll start Jacob Nesbitt at second tomorrow. You know, as far as first base, you know, it's been a little bit of a revolving door, but I'm going to go with the veteran in McFarland. It's a junior year. He's had a little bit of an up and down fall. Had some good days, some days where it's frustrating, but that's a position we need to figure it out. And then in the outfield, I'm going to start a freshman in left, Christian Franklin. Really good runner, really good defender. It's a center fielder by trade. You know, he's probably the best defender of all the other outfielders, Fletcher in center. And then I'll put Heston in right. We've moved Heston over to right this year. We just feel like he's more of a right fielder. Got that look in the body, and down the road, that's what he'll play. And leave left field open maybe right now is more of a platoon position until somebody takes it.
So
DH, I think I'm gonna I'll go with the left-handed hitter Goodhart, who's a sophomore JC transfer from San Jacinto. He's from Magnolia, Arkansas. I think they're going to start a right-hander and leave him in there a few innings. I think their plan will come with a left-hander after that. And I may just leave him in there. I might put him in the outfield, but he can also play some first base. So that looks like the lineup, not in that order.
Would he be one of those that you're talking about platooning in left with Frank?
He could platoon in left. He could play first base. Kind of a new position for him first, but he can catch the ball. He played shortstop in high school. Played left field in St. Jack. So you know, just did a good job with the bat. So a little bit of experience there. He got a year of college under his belt.
During the regular season, you always seem kind of conflicted seeing Rob Childress because the games are so important for you guys that you're having to stand up for the friendship. But does it feel a little bit different seeing Todd and Chris the next couple of weeks?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. You know, just being around those guys, been around those guys a lot for the last 10 years. So you know, not really an emphasis on winning or any of that stuff. Obviously, we're going to try to outscore them. And but yeah, it'll be fun seeing Todd. I was on the phone with him earlier today, and I think he's really looking forward to it. You know, his daughter goes to school here, so he doesn't get to spend much time. I think his wife may hang out down here. I don't know, but it'll be good. And then next week, it's go to Little Rock and you know, let ULR sit at home and play us. It's really, I just want to get our guys on the road, getting into a different environment, really for the younger guys.
Were you guys not able to reschedule with Oklahoma? Or
no, it didn't work out. You know, the weekend that we could have, you know, played them over here or even played them would have been the weekend at Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. So obviously we were going to play here.
Right.
And we give our guys 3.5, 4 days off in the middle of the week. And so we couldn't really ask them to take 3 or 4 days off and then go play. We didn't feel good about that. So we'll probably play OU again next year or try to.
Dom and Casey just talked about working on some little things. Again, when asked if they want to win or what they want to accomplish, what are some of the little things you want to see out of your team tomorrow?
Well, we really emphasized base running this fall, and we've stolen a lot of bases this fall. It's like I told them, I said last year we didn't need to run because we could hit the ball over your head. This year, you know, maybe not so much, but you know, I just try to bring up teams. You know, example, I don't know what year it was, 6, 7 years ago, we stole 124 bases. We had a good team. We could really pitch. We didn't hit real well, but when we got on, we ran, we did things. And so we've really emphasized not just stealing bases, we've worked on our base running, being better base runners. And, you know, some guys are real good at it. Some guys don't have real good instincts, but they can get better at it. So that's been one of the things. You know, I guess that's probably the main thing this fall as far as on the offensive end. I mean, you know, offensively we're still doing what we do, and you know, we can still hit home runs, we can still hit. It's just we want to make sure that we do everything right on the bases. If balls in the dirt, get an extra base and get in scoring position. And you know, it's a process. We've, like I said, 3.5 weeks out here. We still got a long way to go.
You guys still plan to go 14 or 15 innings or
14, and you know, I think at the end of 9 they're going to you know, like maybe fix the field up a little bit better, maybe drag it, and if one of the umpires needs to switch and get behind the plate, maybe we'll have him peel off after 7 or 8 innings and get his stuff. So there's not much of a delay because, you know, we're playing 14 innings. You're probably looking at, you know, 4.5 hours maybe. So we'll try to get him on off field as best we can and keep it rolling and try to make it game-like. And obviously we're going to try to win the game.
Is that the plan at UALR too?
Yeah, ULR, you know, we're planning on playing 14 innings, and, you know, we might even expand the rule there. Maybe the last 5 innings, if it doesn't go good for one of the teams, if we need to just peel them off instead of getting another pitcher. Just depends on where everybody's at pitching-wise.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is it a big deal to you guys to win? It doesn't count in the standings, but...
No, I don't mean, when you play, you try to win. That's the way we look at it. So the other team's going to try to win, so we're going to try to win. But is it a big deal? I don't think it's a big deal to some. It might be a big deal to others. So I guess it just depends on how you look at it.
Is it a big deal to you? I mean, that's what really matters.
Oh yeah, I want to win the game. It's not a big deal. A big deal would be if it was a real game in February, but it's a small deal.
Cronin and the other guys, regulars, all pitching an inning or two.
Yeah. I mean, if we have a chance to close the game, Cronin will come in and close it as of right now, and but we'll mix and match throughout the game. If it's in hand and it's the top of the ninth, we'll probably bring him in anyway, because of those last 5 innings, we kind of know who we want to throw. It's more the younger guys, and get them out there and give them an inning.
Yeah, the weather's really nice. A lot of people are in town for the Bama game. You guys are obviously coming off a great year. Do you anticipate a pretty big crowd?
I think there'll be a good crowd. I think it's, you know, the weather's going to cool down a little bit, but by the time we start tomorrow at 6, you know, it's going to be in the 70s, mid-70s maybe, and it should be really nice. And a lot of fans may be looking for something to do. I think it'll be kind of an in-and-out crowd where they come in for a few innings here and there and find some shade and watch the game. And we've got 20 recruits in. Most of them are committed, so it's kind of stress-free for us. You'll see a lot of them running around here. We're feeding them. They'll be, you know, you'll be able to tell. There's a couple that are younger. Now that we can bring juniors in, 2 of our top recruits are coming in tomorrow, and we're hoping that this weekend will solidify that, and we'll see how that goes.
If you get a few thousand people, is that good for the newcomers? I mean, you're not playing LSU or something, but is it good for them to get used to, hey man, a lot of people come to games here, you know?
Yeah, well, we talk about that all the time. When they make a mistake out there, you know, usually the comment is, how are you going to, you know, you can't handle it in front of just the team and a few people standing here, you're going to handle it in front of 8,000 people. And, you know, just to try to get them mentally to think about that a little bit, and just to kind of push them along. But yeah, I think for these young guys playing in front of a crowd, I think it'll be a real good thing.
Have you set your Cardinal and white dates?
Yes, we have. I don't know if it's been publicly put out there. I can tell you that off the top of my head, I think we're starting a week from this Monday. So right after the UALR game on that Friday, I think we're going to go like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. But you could talk to John about that, or have we even told him? I don't know. So
Is it best of 5, best of 7?
it'll be 3 out of 5, and we'll probably make those games 7-inning games, and you might not see a couple of our older guys throw.
How about a couple of featured guys from Wichita State? How do you
Say that, what?
Yeah, just a couple of the featured guys from Wichita State. Who should we?
Well, they lost a lot of talent. They lost a couple of first-rounders. Their first and third basemen are both gone, high drafts, and a couple of their better pitchers. And they have a returner named Luke Ritter that's an awfully good ball player. He's a senior, and I know Coach Butler's really high on him. He said he's just a baseball player, and he thinks that even as a senior, he's going to be a good draft and will play a long time in pro ball, and maybe even play in the big leagues one day. And as far as their arms, they're a younger team this year. They lost a lot, so Luke is really the main one that's back that had a good season last year on the offensive side.